All right, so put me down in here. Hey guys, we're doing a bit of a premiere, slightly more advanced than the basic, assuming you know how to bring stuff and put it in on your timeline. And we're going to look at some footage here today and try to make match cuts that work a little bit better, right? And one of the things that we want to make sure when we're doing match cuts, or at least be aware of, is that we can change our clips once we put them here on the timeline. Not only the order that they're in, but the time that the clips have, and the direction that things go. So let's look at this first set of 3 shots here. We've got Frankie going from right to left, Chris going from left to right, and then Chris going from left to right. Right? To make a match cut out of this, like here, this is a match cut, right? Just that by itself, having the same kind of thing, same kind of movement, that's an okay match cut, right? One of the things we could do is make that movement almost like seamless, where if I can put my central character or my object of interest in the center of the screen or any part of the screen and zoom in on my timeline. Here's a Premiere note for you. Zoom in and out on the timeline equals plus and minus keys on the keyboard. See what happens there? Minus zooms out, plus zooms in. This is very, very helpful, very, very useful in order to see some details on your timeline. It's a lot harder to do things like little trims like this when you can't really see what you're doing. Now, what I just did there, using your selection tool, your main selection tool, you can grab the end of any clip and extend it or shorten it just by dragging it when the selection tool becomes a bracket. Another thing I want you to write down in your Premiere notes is right-clicking any empty space on the timeline. You can choose Ripple Delete. And watch what that does. It deletes the time and space between the clips, right? Which is really, really helpful. It also pulls down everything else to the right, which is why it's ripple. I'm going to ripple delete this space and watch everything to the right gets pulled over as well. Okay, the ripple down the line. Control Z is undo on this and every other program pretty much on the planet. If you don't know about Control Z, learn that. So, this is my wife telling me to stop recording her. And let's put her right there with my selection tool, going to the edge of this, making sure my bracket's pointing in the right direction, and drag over the edge of my clip. And now if I ripple delete, I should have almost in the same position. How I could improve this, another disappointing look of disapproval that I'm recording her. Double clicking on a video image in the program monitor will get you little controls that you can use to resize your clip. I would write that down. Double clicking any image, I'll show you again. Double clicking the image gets you the controls to resize it. The other way to do this, and a way that you can fine tune this and anything else you want to do with a clip, can be found up here in Effect Controls. And that's going to be associated with whatever clip you have selected. We'll learn more about that in the next video.